back to Southeast Iowa Live Community Profiles. My name is Giovanni, and today we have a guest talking about a new business here in downtown Washington. Would you like to introduce yourself and the business you have here in Washington?
Awesome. Yes, I would love to. So my name's Brandon Markus. I opened up a Second Amendment loving hunting store for the community right here in Washington, right here on 105th Avenue. Basically, it's just a mom and pop shop that is for the common farmer, firearm enthusiast, just anything that needs gear, and that's men and women too. So basically just gear that you may or may not need, and pleasant vibes. You want to come in and talk firearms, I'm a heck of a guy to have a conversation with.
Awesome. And can we go back to a little bit how this all started, how long this has been in the works?
So basically it's been in the works for a couple of years. So if I had to give a short summary, basically I moved here with my wife and I about 2.5, 3 years ago. And we moved here from Florida, from St. Pete. I was basically just a mechanic at the time. And I was looking for something I could call my own. When we fell in love with this town, because we visited, because we have family here, and we decided that it was time to start a family. So we came up here. Prior 4 years in the United States Army, Military Police, National Guard. And I taught weapons qualifications. I taught the pre-enlistment kids through high school and about firearms and firearm safety. I talked to my wife one day and she said that, hey, why don't you open up your little mom and pop store? She said it, not I, but she said that why don't you start a hunting store or maybe just something to do with firearms because you're so knowledgeable, which I think that's a lie. I know there's people that's forgot more than what I've learned in the past 30 years. But how that happened was I came across this place right here on 105th. I think the owner is Tracy Winger, for New Attitude. Wonderful woman. I found that and I found her and she let me rent the space. And it was been a 1.5-year project. Trying to find stuff from going to SHOT Show every year to all this other stuff, just trying to build it all together to make one cool, awesome little Gander Mountain of Washington, Iowa in this little small space. And I think I did okay. There's a lot more coming, but it's just been a 1.5-year struggle just to get it to this point. But I'm happy that I'm finally open. So.
And in the past, do you have any experience running shops like this?
Not completely on my own. So when I worked in St. Pete, as a mechanic, like when I was a technician, we're treated like just not very well in the dealership and the small mechanic space. So we would just be traded or just let go on. They'll always find somebody to work on cars cheaper. And in between being a mechanic, I got to work at a outdoor store in St. Pete called Bill Jackson's. And I helped ran the firearm section in that store for a year or two. So I don't really have experience doing it completely by myself. This is going to be my first time. But I do have some experience in that space, not necessarily on my own. So we'll see how this goes.
And then could you speak about the support you're getting and who's helping you out with this venture?
So I've had wonderful support around the community, just people that I've met. A lot of people have come to me that just heard a little bird in the air or a little rumor that's like, you open a gun store? Win gun store, open now. But no, it's been a wonderful, just between bars to restaurants to just the farmer's market every Thursday night. Everybody's just been so welcoming, which blew my mind, and then the people that's helped, Tracy Winger and her family's helped. Of course, my lovely wife has been one of my biggest cheerleaders and supporters of me. Her mom and dad, my in-laws, have been wonderful. They've also helped me with advice because they've ran multiple businesses. So, again, another group of wonderful people that's probably forgot more than I've learned in the past 30 years. It is great. I've had a lot of help from the community, and that's what surprised me the most was the community so welcoming. I wasn't expecting that.
I can even attest to that. You had a ribbon cutting event recently, and just the support that was there
Oh,
showing
yeah.
up for it. Can you speak about that moment and just how many people showed up there?
Wonderful, magical, so many emotions at one time, and I knew with all my facial expressions I wouldn't win a Grammy. So it was awesome. So many more people showed up that I thought was going to show up, which surprised me. It's just, again, in the Second Amendment space, It's already a topic that not everybody supports already. So again, it's because of the community that it just blew my mind. During the ribbon cutting, though, for the second half of your question, it was really cool. Trying not to tear up when I got that plaque. That was kind of cool. My first $1. That was fun. The ribbon cutting was really, really fun. And again, everybody was so nice. So I couldn't have handled that any better.
I don't want to make you repeat the whole story, but a question I got brought up during the time was how you got the name.
I'm completely glassed over that. I'm sorry. So the name Knightrunner, when I was a little kid, and because I'm originally from Sparta, Tennessee, a small little, near Nashville. I grew up during middle school. I was part of a golf team, and my dad would hand make golf clubs in his garage, and that was Knightrunner's grips. And Knightrunner's was a small, tiny little LLC that my dad just had over the years. And then when it lapsed and I sat down with him, I was asking if I could use the name. And he gave me the name, permissions to use the name. And that's how I got Knightrunner Tactical for the store. It's just been, and that name originally came from when I was little, my dad never really got a chance to buy a brand new truck. Dodge made a Dodge Ram called a Knightrunner Edition. And that was his first ever new truck that pissed off his wife at the time, and pardon my French, but and that's just kind of stuck with us as like this small little jab, family joke jab. So I kind of took that name and ran with it when he gave me permission. So that's originally where Knightrunner came from.
And how did the logo come about?
My wife went to college at North Carolina High Point University as a graphic arts and design student, and she is a heck of a designer. And she didn't have to do it. I was very, very happy that I came to her and she got all excited, and that's what we came up with. So,
and if I'm mistaken, you had merch there with the logo?
Yes. I got some shirts with the logo on it. I do got more shirts with the logo that's going to have they're more for the comedic relief. There's some cool stuff on it, like a cool little cute shirt. I've got some of that stuff too. And again, it's as far as inventory goes, I have been waiting on inventory for so long. I don't know what it is. It's just they take forever to send stuff. But yes, no, the shirts, I do have merch. I got hats, shirts, keychains, stickers, and more to come.
And then getting a little bit of specifics, like exactly what your store sells and provides.
So right now, until the lovely government gives me permission through the ATF, it is strictly a retail and gear store. I am a certified federal firearms license holder for being a gunsmith, so I can repair firearms, but I'm limited. Right now, just that space until it's soon, but future notice, it's just a gear and retail store where you need a shirt, pants, a belt, a holster, parts for your firearms, anything that's not an NFA regulated part or item that requires a background check on, but it's all retail. There's plenty of stuff in there now, but there will be a lot more to come.
And how many people would you say work there?
Just me.
Just you?
I'm too new. Too new and too broke to hire somebody right now. I would be planning on hiring somebody soon if it grows to be something more special. The end result is if this space gets so popular and grows, my plan is to find a place off the square, but still in Washington, to open an actual good firearm store and indoor gun range. So, which I think would be really, really cool for the community too, especially when it snows and we get 2 feet of snow and nobody wants to go to Clemens Creek in 10-degree weather. So
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today. At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
You interact with customers a lot then. How would you say that customer relationship is with you? And you must like it to some degree.
I do and I don't. So I'm a wonderful wannabe comedian, and I'll always have a smile on my face, and I'll always welcome anybody that comes through that door. But being a military police officer for 4 years have gave me a small little side effect, which I apologize in advance, of hating people. But everybody's up here, but nothing but welcome, and I'm a great guy to talk to. But it's just keep that in mind. But I'm wonderful to talk to. The customer relationship base when they come in, it's very welcoming, it's very hands-on, and there's no such thing as a stupid question, only stupid answers.
Awesome. And you spoke of future plans for the store. Would you get into that a little bit? Getting certified for certain things?
Yeah, so FFL, Federal Firearms Licensing, is you have specific classes for specific things that you're able to do legally through the federal government. That being said, for me to sell firearms, ammo, basically specialty NFA firearms like suppressors, short barrel rifles, or short barrel shotguns, in the future, I do plan on doing that. I am working right now, filing my paperwork to get that started. But anything that has anything to do with the government, it's hurry up and wait. But the plans with that store is right now for, I wouldn't say a hot minute, but just long enough. It's going to be strictly just retail and gunsmithing services. If that grows, the plan is to see how big it'll grow, because I do want to kick that and maybe move it to a bigger location eventually, and just keep that space as a retail space. But I eventually want to grow it into something bigger, grander, and have a career with it. And my dream is to be a RSO, like what I think I'd be, which anybody is listening, if they want to know, a range safety officer. I enjoy teaching people about range safety, firearms, anything about the firearms history. I'm a big gun nut. And I think that would be a lot of beneficial to the company to teach that. So the plan would be to, if I can eventually go to a bigger place, is if I could have an indoor gun range, it would be a lot easier for me and a lot safer environment to teach the average person about firearm safety, or anybody that either wants to come in and just shoot, or someone that's never handled a firearm before, and it's a very alienated thing, and they just want to make sure it's a safe way of handling it. And I'm teaching those courses now, but it's very small. That's all. Yeah, hopefully that's where it grows into.
And then just touch on that. You seem very passionate about teaching people safety and to, not be afraid of it. Can you just speak on that and like why that's so important to you?
So it's very important. Small little story of why it's so important to me. I was working at Bill Jackson's in Florida, like we talked about earlier, and I was behind the counter, and I had this nice lady, probably, I don't want to assume it's rude, but probably in her 50s, has probably never handled a firearm before. And because during that time we were in a very not certain type of world politically, and she was wanting a firearm. And of course she bought a little pistol, and she, but it's an alienated thing. She ended up coming home. She loaded it, put it in her nightstand, and forgot about it. About a year later, someone broke into her house. Thank God nothing happened. But on top of a scary situation, now you have something that's alienated. You have no idea how to handle it. It's already scary. And now you're in a situation to where you don't truly know what to do. And that just creates so much fear and uncertainty. That being said, reason why I'm big on safety is because I want to make sure that the average person, God forbid anything happens, is comfortable enough to know that they can grab it, handle it, shoot it, clean it, take it apart, maintain it. Because if you can do that scenario, it's going to be scary regardless, and it's going to be something I don't wish on anybody. But they would have been more prepared. And my mission is to create a less of a scenario that would happen, and a more comfortable situation that they can be in. By teaching weapon safety, how to handle it. I'm a one-on-one type person. I can bring you in, teach you how to take it, clean it, take it apart, maintain it, shoot it. I take you to the range, and you can put a few rounds down range, and it's not as scary. So that's why I'm a little passionate about it. But no, yeah, that's the reason why I'm so big into it, is because I want people to not have that situation. So the more education out there, the better people are going to be.
Of course. And to speak about these classes a little bit, how long would they take?
It depends. It ranges from 30 minutes to 2 hours. It's about $100. That usually ranges from, again, it just depends on how deep you want to go to it. So let's say for that instance we just talked about, if you've never had a firearm before, you just bought one, Knightrunner, Bam Bam, my nickname is like, how do I take care of this pistol? And then it'd be $100. You come in personally, you bring it in a case. I take it apart. I show you how to take it apart. I show you how to clean it. Then I make you take it apart and clean it, so that way you know what you're doing. I teach you how to load it, and then the next day we go out. I'll take you to Clemens Creek here in Washington, which is an outdoor gun range. Love that gun range, and we'll teach you. I'll set up a target 10 yards down, and I'll have you put a few rounds down range. Make sure it's safe. We'll go over the 4 main rules of gun safety, and you're good to go. That usually about a day or two. That's just. And I try to keep it affordable because I'm selling to farmers, you know, and so I think that's beneficial, especially on stuff that's been going on. So I think that'd be great.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you down here. Is there anything else you'd like to say that I didn't ask?
Put me on the spot there, didn't you?
Closing remarks.
Closing remarks. I tell you what, little bit of useless knowledge. I will lay down some useless knowledge. Bam Bam's my nickname. My full name is Brandon Alexander Markus, so it's my initials spelled twice. When I was born in Tennessee in the 90s, in that hospital in McMinnville, Tennessee, did you know they had an option to put a legal nickname on your birth certificate?
I never knew this.
Yeah, well, I didn't either until I was born. Funny. But apparently my dad, being the retired detective as he was, had this very cute sense of humor. So since my name was Brandon Alexander Markus, he decided to nickname me Bam Bam. Years down the road, remember when I talked about I'd be in between jobs between being a tech, I'd just do other things? I sold Harleys for a few years. My dad, after he retired being a detective, worked at Tampa Harley Davidson in Florida, and he was the finance director in that dealership. I came as I needed a job, and I became a Harley salesman that year. When you're a Harley Davidson salesman, you're not known by your name. They give you an actual nickname on your lanyard. Guess who found out that they were going to come to work there? And guess who intercepted my paperwork and put my nickname on it? So I can't even run away from it. So I became Bam Bam at heart. And then it's just stuck. So yeah, that's my little bit of tidbit, useless information out there, people. Yeah. So Bam Bam.
Fun story. Well, I want to thank you for coming down and talking about your new business, and wish you all the luck in going forward.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. This has been pleasant.